Ever success. Oh, dead ahead. Ever success, ever success. This is a sailing vessel Colmena. Ever success, ever success, ever success. This is sailing vessel Colmena on 1-6, over. Shit, he's bearing down on me, man. Fucking not copying me though.
Which station for the helicopter?
Ever success. This is the sailing vessel Colmena. Do you see me? I have in front of you.
Okay, Roger.
Do I need to alter course?
Okay, Roger.
Okay, Roger. I'm standing by on 1-6. Okay, Roger. What the hell does that mean, man? Fuck. I'm pulled out. I got the jib pulled out, and the mainsail prevented on the opposite side. I really don't have any steerage. He's about 5 miles away. Coming straight at me at 11 knots. Looks like he's going to pass me by a mile. Now, 1.2 miles. So I'm going to hold this course. The son of a bitch. Ever success is going to make my day ever so unsuccessful. I do see him up there. Looks like he's going to pass me to port. He must have altered, because when that alarm went off, he was going to pass me at like less than a quarter mile. And now it's about like a mile and a half. Well, this has just been the nicest sail now. We're doing like 4.5 knots. I was worried about getting there in daylight. I still am, because who knows what's going to happen tonight. The wind could die completely, and it probably will. But right now, it's just, I mean, it just could not be nicer. We did good all day, you know. Actually doing 4.5 knots and making really good progress, and then, man, the wind just shut down about 5:30. And now I'm so close, I got like summit fever, you know. I got port fever. I could be in there tomorrow. And so, those of you who said keep sailing, stay out. And it sucks, man. The nights suck, which is coming on right now. The sun is already set. It's a golden hour. It is about 8 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning on day 4, after my 3rd night. Well, for those of you who said I should remain a purist and sail in, you may be right. I tried to start the motor last night. I actually started the motor. I gave up because the wind shut off right at dusk. So I was going to motor, you know, make sure we could get in today. That's the goal. Well, I've had fuel issues all along with this boat since I bought it, and last night was no different. I lose RPMs, and I know it's either clogged filter or there's air in the line or blah blah blah. Anyway, so I was out here at 10 o'clock at night in the dark, bent over this hot engine, bleeding that fuel line, and so that's glamorous. But then the wind started to come in just a little bit, and I said screw it with the engine and just shut it off. And the jib was still pulled out, so I just left it up and let it go. But when I shut the engine off, I looked outside and dolphins were here. But it was pitch black, but they were hitting the phosphorescent around the boat. And so they looked like this really cool day glow in the dark ghost dolphins swimming all around the boat. It was it was just spectacular. There's no way I could get it on camera because it's too dark, but it was the coolest thing I've ever seen out here. It was just so beautiful. Anyway, so then we sailed through the night at just like 2.5 knots, just with that jib out, and I got some sleep again. And then this morning I raised the main on the wrong side, hoping I could get away with it, and then had to jibe both the main and the jib. And now we're sailing about 4 knots, but there seems to be like a little current against us, and I think that has to do with the Tehuantepec. Anyway, so we're going to try to sail through the day and get there this evening. Alright, well here's the moment of truth. We're about 4.5 miles from the turn up into the bay, Puerto Angel. Flying wing and wing, and the wind all of a sudden picked up. So we're screaming along, well, 5 knots, but it's pretty strong gust behind us. I'm going to somehow get all these sails down and make this turn without killing myself. Okay, I got the sails down. So what I did was first thing I did was I put my harness on it, and then I took the pull down on the jib and came back and jibed the jib around and opened it again behind the mainsail. And then I came back to the cockpit and just pulled the mainsail in amidships and dropped it. Went to the back and back to the mast and pulled it down and furled it with sail ties, and then of course then the jib fills in behind it. I had to point a little farther offshore because the jib's not pulled anymore, so it can stay full. So what I'm going to do is head off a little bit here, and then when I get to a point where I can jibe and sail back towards the bay, then I'll do that. I don't know if any of that was right, but I'm figuring this out as I go, kind of. I mean, I could sail, but I never know, I never had lesson 1. So anyway, so that's my plan. I'm going to go out here and then I'm going to jibe and sail back towards the bay and hopefully sail into the bay. We'll see. Oh, somewhere right over there is an entrance. Scrap it, she's about to try to sail in there.